Thank you, Dr. Wilkins. Good evening, everyone. I was diagnosed with mild to profound hearing loss in both ears, particularly in the high frequencies. I cannot hear whistles, fire alarms, particularly, I have great difficulty hearing those with high-pitched voices. I was diagnosed fairly late, at 4 years old. Such a late diagnosis had already caused a significant delay in my speech development. Fortunately, my parents discovered child voice then just a couple of years old. They immediately enrolled me in the school, which at the time operated in a rented space at a church school in Elmhurst. I cannot say this enough. The school's current facilities are absolutely incredible when compared to that old, worn church school. Like many older alumni, I don't remember a lot from my time in the school, but I distinctly remember that church's old wooden playground equipment. Many times I would have to cut lunch breaks short so I could go to the secretary's office and have her remove all the splinters. The kids attending now don't know what we had to go through. I also remember lunch. We had this common sense rule where any food that was dropped on the floor had to be thrown away. It must have been a coincidence that any food I didn't care for somehow found the floor. Maybe that's why I'm still a picky eater today. After 2 years at Child Voice, I was fully prepared to enter the mainstream public school back in my hometown of Hinsdale. My teacher, Carrie, was so critical to my success at Child Voice. It's been 19 years since graduation, and I will never forget her wonderful and enthusiastic personality. In high school, I came back to Child's Voice and volunteered during the summer school. I had an incredible amount of fun, and the kids have so much fun. They're filled with so much energy and excitement. They're just so happy to be at Child's Voice. Throughout the day, the students wanted to talk among themselves, talk with me, talk with the teachers, talk with really anybody. While there certainly was a lot sometimes, I then really understood Child Voice's magic in developing these students' spoken language. The one-on-one focus, the small group setting, and even the larger groups, along with a lot of hard work, really contributes to an explosion in their language skills. Fast forward a few years, I graduated from Washington University in St. Louis in 2015. I studied finance and economics there, and I joined the financial analyst program at Capital One in Washington, D.C. Even living on the East Coast, I made sure I would not miss the fantastic Child Voice golf outings. I even won the long drive contest a few years back, though I doubt I'll ever be that lucky again. I've spent the last 3 years working with some incredible colleagues on the golf committee, and it's amazing to see the many generous individuals every year at this fantastic event. For those who haven't been, I highly recommend joining us next year. Until recently, I was in New York with Capital One in a marketing strategy role. While I loved my time out east, I decided to come back home to Chicago. I've been extremely busy ever since. I recently passed the second level of the Chartered Financial Analyst program, the CFA, and I'm now looking for an opportunity in asset management here in Chicago. As a side benefit, coming home will allow me to be even more involved with Child Voice. As I've said, my connection with Child Voice didn't stop at graduation. My mother was truly instrumental in showing the benefits of giving back to an organization that has given me so much. My first experience was in 5th grade when my mother suggested, a light way to put it, that my brother and I should request children's books for our birthday party to be donated to the library at the then brand new Child's Voice in Wooddale. I am sure those books have brought far more value than I can ever imagine. She has stayed involved with the school in some capacity or another in all of these 19 years. Because of her contributions, along with instilling these values in me, I am so excited to present the Voice from the Heart Award to my mother, Lori McMahon.
Thanks, Daniel. Before I pass the podium to Lori, I want to tell you a few more things that Daniel didn't explain yet to you. Lori has been instrumental in the growth of Child's Voice, and sitting in this room tonight is evidence of our growth. She has been a doting parent that brought her child every day to school and made sure he did his homework, as he well says, and probably pulled more splinters out of him too. She has worked as a board member and has graciously given of her time for all the board meetings and has taken care of us financially, along with Bill at the time. Bill, good to see you here tonight. She has remained on our finance committee for now 19 years. Gosh, how could it be 19 years? Still giving her time and commitment. So as I said earlier about Mr. Rogers, I have a quote, and this is directed to Lori. On sharing responsibility. We live in a world in which we need to share responsibility. It's easy to say, it's not my child, it's not my community, it's not my world, it's not my problem. Then there are those who see the need and respond. I consider those people my heroes. I consider Lori McMahon a great hero. Thank you. The Voice from the Heart Award to Lori McMahon 2018. Thank you.